Hey guys! What? I'm actually uploading on Monday. This is crazy. I know. I think I'm finally sinking back into having a routine in my life, so hopefully from now on I'll be good. I also apologise for the lion's mane thing I've got going on today. I don't even know. This week's theme is all about feminism and harassment. I don't really get harassed. I don't live in like a big city or anything. I mean, I tend to walk home by myself at night. My guy friends offer to walk me home, but I usually find myself safe enough in the town that I live in. The most harassment I've ever got is from this really drunk guy who once came up to me and tried to hold my hand and tried to like put his arm around me and stuff, but I was right by my house and it's just like he was so drunk I could have outrun him. But I've never really been like properly harassed. However, I live on quite a main road and I have walked up and down said road my entire life. And I have been, well, all around my town, but especially this road, I've been beeped at and honked at and people have rolled down their windows and said, you know, kind of offensive things to me like, hey, suck my cock and that kind of stuff and looking good and all that. Wolf whistling and all that kind of crap, which I guess you could flip around and see as a compliment or whatever, but I don't. I just see it as offensive and annoying. But I've been having that for an inappropriate amount of time. I have had that since I was like 11. And it's just gross. I mean, the thing that really used to tick me off, it's not so bad anymore, but I used to go to school where I'd wear a uniform. And the most common times that I would get beeped at would be when I was wearing my uniform. And just how disgusting is that? They must know, for me to be in that uniform, that I was, and I must have looked, 16 or below. And it's just so inappropriate, especially when I was definitely of an age where I looked 16 or below. And just, when I was wearing my school uniform with these grown-up men in their like lorries, I know that's such a stereotype, but I'm not even kidding, that's generally what it tends to be. It's just, oh, it's horrific. The worst thing I find about harassment and, yeah, the thing that sets me off with feminism, when it comes into it, my feminism, because I'm verging on becoming like a full-blown feminist, but is when people turn it around and make it seem like it's our fault. There was an issue at my school, my sixth form, when I first started last year. We had this kind of Indian summer where it was quite warm in September, and there's a shop called Topshop and they sell these hot pant denim short things which basically show half your bum, like your bum cheeks are hanging out. And a lot of girls are wearing these shorts and walking around the school. And as a result of this, the teachers banned shorts. And banned, they banned shorts and tights and skirts and stuff basically, or something like that. And we were all just like, whoa now, why don't you just ban the hot pants rather than say that we can't wear shorts and skirts? And I think it was tights we weren't allowed to, I don't know. It was stupid basically. So there was then this school uniform meeting which anyone could come along to and say what they wanted to, and I like to talk and have my opinion heard, so I went along to said meeting, and some of the comments that were made were just so frustrating to me. A couple of the teachers raised this point that the girls in the sixth form should dress more conservatively, not because it's a work environment and not because it's school, but because the male teachers might find it distracting. That I just thought was just ridiculous. Like, men couldn't help themselves, like they had to react on the fact that they were seeing a girl dressed in a certain way, a male teacher in his work environment, and it was something we had to change to solve the problem. The problem isn't what the girl's wearing, the problem would be, in that situation, would be the man taking action on something that he saw, you know? And that's something that should be fixed on the male side rather than the female side. And although I don't condone or agree with women dressing ridiculously, I do believe in a woman's right to dress as she wishes. It gets a little bit difficult in a school because you're around younger children and you are in a work environment, so definitely you should be dressing a little bit more conservatively, i.e. not showing your breasts or showing your bum cheeks, but we should be allowed to wear shorts and skirts, and eventually they did put that rule back in. But on a bigger scale, this issue has affected lots of other people too. People who have, say, I don't know whether you've heard of this organisation, Take Back the Night or Walk the Night or something. It's about the groups of women, in like large groups of women, get together and they walk through cities or towns at night in this notion that they should feel safe and it's not their fault. People who have been, like women who have been raped, were told that they should have been dressing a different way, and advice is given to women when they walk through the streets at night to dress better, like to dress up, like not show so much of themselves and all of this kind of stuff, like advice how not to get raped. And it's just like, that's not the problem. We should be able to walk around wearing nothing and should trust in the other humans that they should have the self-control not to leap on us and abuse us and rape us, you know, and harass us. And I hate this attitude that the women need to do something to change it, because it is nothing that, it is not our fault. We have as much right as a man to wear whatever the hell we please and to walk in a sexy way if we wish, but it does not mean that we are encouraging or condoning male acts of harassment, or indeed female acts of harassment, but you know what I mean. And yeah, so that's my viewpoint on it. But there are things like Take Back the Night, and there are people who are just saying shut up to people who are taking it out on rape victims because of what they were wearing or what they were doing, or, you know, it's not your fault if you get raped. You didn't crawl on top of yourself and do that. So, the whole thing just pisses me off, quite frankly. But yeah, that's my opinions on feminism and harassment. Well, this is quite an intense video for me. I get quite opinionated about things, even when they haven't necessarily happened to me. They just annoy me. But I guess this is what this channel's all about, just being able to talk about stuff like this. So if you have any other issues or topics that you want us to talk about, please do leave them in the comments, because we do struggle to come up with things. Also, please share your thoughts on this topic. I would really love to hear what you have to say. Even if you completely disagree with me, please tell me. I will see you next week. Bye!